How to fit a Mortice Deadlock. To begin fitting your new lock, first measure where the lock will sit on the door. As a guide, the height of your lock should be about 1 meter high. Using this measurement, mark both the top and bottom of the latch. Then measure and mark out a vertical central line. This will be your guide when drilling. Before you go any further, place a wedge under the door to stop it from moving while you work. Next, use some tape to mark the depth of your lock on a 19mm auger bit. This will give you an idea of how far you should drill into your door. Starting at the top, make a series of drill holes down the line you drew earlier. This will eventually make the slot for the lock case to slide into. Use a chisel to smooth the sides of the slot and clean away any excess wood, so the lock case will fit easily. Once the space is ready, sit the lock case in, add the cover plate, and draw around all 4 edges. These lines mark the edges of the recess you'll need for the lock to sit flush with the door. Using a hammer and chisel, make a series of cuts along all 4 edges, followed by a series of cuts down the centre. Then carefully ease out the indentations you've made to leave your recess. Holding your new lock against the door, mark where the keyhole sits with a pencil, or like us, with a bradawl if your pencil's too wide. Don't forget to mark both sides of the door, as drilling from both sides will stop the wood from splitting. Then, using a smaller drill bit, we used a 9mm auger bit, drill 2 holes one above the other. Then use a chisel to stitch them together. This will be your keyhole. Remember to do this on both sides. Take a minute to clean out any debris, then push the lock into the slot. If it's a bit tight, give it a gentle tap with a hammer. Once you've checked that your keyhole lines up, screw the fore end into place and then fit the cover plate. Before you secure your cover plate, we recommend you use a drill bit smaller than your screws to make a pilot hole. This will ensure your screws won't split the wood. Now you'll need to fit the escutcheons, or keyhole covers, onto both sides of the door around the keyhole space. Again, pre-drilling pilot holes for your screws. Take a moment to check the deadbolt works as it should. When you close the door, use the extended deadbolt to mark out measurements on the edge of your door frame. This shows you where the strike plate will need to go. Use these door frame measurements to then square the lines across the door casing. You now need to match the strike plate to the lines you've drawn and then mark the external edges of the strike plate on the door casing. Mark out exactly where your deadbolt will sit, and then use a 19mm auger bit to drill 2 quick holes. This will be the deep recess needed for the deadbolt to sit in. You'll then also need to make a shallower recess for the strike plate with a hammer and chisel, just as you did on the door itself. Make sure the strike plate sits flush, then pre-drill your pilot holes and attach with the screws. Finally, check that the door closes and locks, and the job is complete. To purchase any of the materials seen here, or to find more how-to videos, visit safe.co.uk. Thanks for watching.